Next up, Julie Thompson takes a closer look at the town of Duxbury.
Hi. Today we are taking a closer look at the municipality of Duxbury, and specifically at the Duxbury DPW and their new director, Sheila Sgarzi. Welcome, Sheila.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. This is very exciting. You have been with Duxbury for a relatively short time?
About 5 months.
Okay,
yeah.
5 months. And before that, you were 18 plus years with the town of Plymouth.
Yes.
And before that, what did you do?
I worked for an engineering consultant, and most of our clients were municipal clients. So
Okay.
I've spent just about my entire professional career in the municipal
In municipalities.
setting.
And where did you go to school?
I went to McGill University for undergraduate and the University of Washington out in Seattle for my master's degree.
In engineering.
Yes.
Okay, so you're an engineer.
I am an engineer, yes.
Can you talk about some of the things that you worked on in the town of Plymouth that now you're transitioning over to Duxbury?
I did a lot in Plymouth, obviously, 18 years. You see a lot, do a lot. I was their water and wastewater engineer for about 15 of those years, so I'm very familiar with infrastructure.
Okay.
I was the town engineer, the assistant DPW director, and the acting DPW director for the last 8 months of my tenure there.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so a lot of the things that you're doing in Duxbury, you already have a huge amount of experience with.
Yes. I hope
If not
so.
everything. I would think almost everything, right? Yeah. So the things that the DPW does, before we talk about the big thing, which is going to be your new facility, which everyone's very excited about,
Yes.
is DPW does animal control and animal shelter. You do a cemetery and a crematorium. You do administration. You do the administration, your fleet maintenance on all the fleet,
maintenance, yep.
right? Highway.
Yes, highway.
So all the roads, lands and natural resources, sewer, snow and ice, transfer station and recycling, and water. So you basically all of
Yeah, I
the
think you've
infrastructure
hit
comes
it
under
all,
you.
yeah.
It all comes under your
Yes.
department.
Yep.
Okay. And how many people do you have working in that department?
So we have 48 full-time people and 2 part-time.
Wow. And 2 part-time. Okay.
Yeah, that's full staff.
Yeah.
So,
When you're
yep,
full staffed.
yeah.
Okay. What are the unique challenges that Duxbury has that maybe you haven't seen in other places?
So Duxbury, being a coastal community, is very vulnerable to storms, wave action.
Yep.
So I've definitely experienced that already.
You sure have.
In my 5 months there.
Yep.
We've had some very powerful storms, flooding.
Yep.
Flooding is definitely something we're looking at. That I want to get a better handle on what our stormwater infrastructure looks like.
Right.
What can we do? There's only so much you can do with the ocean.
Yeah.
A lot of the storms we've been seeing in recent years have become more intense.
Yes.
So I noticed that at Plymouth, and seeing this in Duxbury as well, just the erosion from those storms, you have that intensity of rainfall. Our stormwater systems can only handle so much rain in a period of time.
Yeah.
So there's that. We have a lot of tree cover in Duxbury,
Yes.
so when you have storms, a lot of tree limbs are down. So there's that challenge.
You also have a lot of above ground utilities in Duxbury, do you not?
You mean
You know,
electric?
yeah.
Yes. So you
because
have power
it's an older
outages,
town.
Yeah, associated with storm activity.
Right, right.
So Duxbury appears to get hit pretty hard with storm activity.
Yeah.
So that's a definite challenge. Something else I'm always cognizant of as an engineer, and my background in utilities is infrastructure.
Right.
So understanding our subsurface infrastructure, where those weaknesses are, what pipes need to be replaced.
Okay.
Drainage, bridges, culverts. So there's a lot to
Yeah.
get a handle on, and I'm still just getting my feet wet.
And
so.
I don't think people really realize just how much this is. I mean, this is for everything from underground to above ground and everything in between. We're kind of responsible for.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
it's a big job.
Yeah, DPW basically touches every aspect of people's lives, from when they turn the water on to even end of life with the cemetery and crematory services.
And whenever there's a storm or whenever the first responders are needed, they have to be able to travel over safe and appropriate roads.
Yes, so we're the first out on the roads to make things safe. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Duxbury, a lot of towns end up replacing all kinds of municipal buildings, and it seems that the DPW is always the last building or the last department that gets actually, refurbished. So very exciting. Talk about the new DPW facility that's being built.
So we have, a new $26.4 million DPW facility. We're at the final stages of reviewing the plans, getting it ready to go out to bid hopefully this spring.
Yep.
It's going to be about 36,000 square feet, and it's going to house our entire operation
Right.
In one location. Right now it's pretty disjointed. Myself and the administrative staff and water and sewer are based out of Town Hall.
Yep.
We have highway, vehicle maintenance, and lands and natural resources out of the old DPW barn. That's in really rough shape.
Yeah.
So we're going to have this new facility where we're all housed together.
Yeah.
We're able to operate cohesively in sequence, and it's going to be it's something the town of Duxbury deserves.
Yeah, they
Not
absolutely
just the
do.
staff, but
Yeah.
the residents.
Now the plans, are these available on the website?
Not yet, because
Okay.
they're finalizing them.
Okay,
So-
but when they are, people will be able
Yes.
to see it.
Yep.
And I know
And
that.
people can stop in my office. I'm happy to show people.
Oh, great.
the
If they have
plans.
any specific questions. I know that we did a video for you for town meeting in 2022, I think it was,
Yep.
that talked about the need of a.
Yes.
It just kind of showed this is the situation. This is
Right.
what you have. Voters, you can decide if you want to, if it's time for a new facility. And they overwhelmingly said yes. It's time for a new facility.
Yeah.
So that video is available
Yes.
on our website, and I think we have it on yours also, if people want to go back and review it. So talk to me about the surprises when you got to Duxbury. What surprised you about Duxbury?
Probably, actually, the most surprising thing has been the residents, how wonderful the residents have been to work for and work with. Duxbury has an amazing talent pool of residents, and there's so many of them that are willing to and want to help out.
Yeah.
And lend their expertise and services to better their town. So it's been a pleasure.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? That's
yeah,
so wonderful to
it's-
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
and you
really
as
is.
as a new employee in the
Yes.
town, that must have been very heartwarming.
It is, and it's still a little bit odd to get used to for me, but I've really been enjoying it.
Yeah.
So,
So what do you see are the biggest challenges over the next year and a half, 2 years, before your facility is done?
yeah, that probably is going to be the biggest challenge, working around the construction of that facility. So it's going to take about 18 months to 2 years to construct, yet we still need to operate out of the existing facility. The
Yeah.
facility is being built on the same site,
Yeah.
so it has to be sequenced
Yeah.
strategically. It's going to be tight. We're already prepping things, cleaning out areas, but you're going to have a whole construction crew,
Yep.
a lot of earth removal, and we still need to operate. We still need to be ready to respond to storms.
Right.
So that's going to probably be the biggest challenge for us within DPW, just to maintain our services and to still operate seamlessly.
Everything that you have to do, right.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Sheila Sgarzi for being a guest today. If you'd like to see the entirety of this interview, please visit the Local Scenes Government Services YouTube page. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button before you go. We'll see you next time.